hear the second beep.
No.
Okay, so you're definitely into the gun, but you're still like, you're down low, but you're still leaning back a little bit. So it's not necessarily how close you get to the ground like when he was going prone. It's really pushing into the gun and pushing the gun forward. So instead of being low, just get your body leaning forward and pulling the gun tight. Now shoot the gun. Put the gun back on fire. The gun's not moving really at all when we do that, right? You see the difference?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not about getting low, it's about being into the gun and not letting it, more using your skeletal system than your muscle system to push the gun forward, okay?
It's rolling, just hold it, bro.
All right. Oh, you gonna go too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow, I can't wait to see this. I can't wait. All right,
Get ready to laugh.
So the only rule that I tell these guys is the selector always has to start on safe.
It's on safe.
I know, I'm just telling you so you don't take it off.
Right on.
Here we go, shooter ready. Stand by. Whoa, and I think most of them are in. Right on, you have a really fast trigger press. You're still bumping around a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay. Rock and roll, baby.
Right in. All right, here we go. Stand by. Fix it.
Going there.
Yeah, well, you couldn't hear the buzzer. I had
Rapid fire drill with Kyle Schmidt, LETC course. Let's see how we did. I felt pretty good about that drill. 12 hits, 3 seconds in the kill zone. Rock River arms, Chip McCormick trigger. Love it. You've seen it in the run and gun action out in the desert many times. Now in LETC, proving its worth. I love Rock River, man. Good high value AR-15s that just work. We've been seeing some AR-15s, by the way, choke here at LETC, like a lot. I'm not sure of the brands, and I really don't have time to go and bug the guys to ask them. They're dealing with their malfunctions on the line through the course of fire. Oh, I need to be taping. Here I am just doing nothing. Thanks, brother.
Shoot 2 rounds on the target on the left, 2 rounds on the target on the center, 2 rounds on the target on the right, or right, center, left, I don't care. But I want the transition to be targets to be quick. So I want you to look with your eyes and bring the gun to where your eyes are. Same kind of thing as bringing the gun up on target, right? Except now we're just moving it side to side. Here is where this technique back here is not very productive. It's got a lot of weight at the end of the gun. It's flopping around trying to stop the gun. Whereas this technique out here helps you stop the gun and start the gun and control the end of the gun a little bit easier. Okay? So if you guys have that Bianchi target on your group, that secondary scoring zone is the same size as that one, not the black dot. So there shouldn't be a long delay. So listen for the difference. The first time I'm going to shoot it, I'll shoot fast splits and then take a long transition from target to target. The second, I'll shoot the same splits, but then I'll move between target to target faster. Okay? The first time I'm actually going to look through here and try to find the next target. Okay? Good, everybody still got ears? Okay, I'm going to shoot 2, 2, and 2. So you see how it's taken me a long time to find the next target by looking through here. This time I'm going to shoot the target, but I'm going to look with my eyes and then bring the gun to where the target's at. So my time between targets should be faster. Okay? Let's do that again. One high, a little bit right. That's in there though. Can you hear the difference though between targets? Now it's bang bang, bang bang, bang bang instead of bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. You're not going to make up much time by having really fast splits and taking a long time between targets, but you are going to make up time by looking at the next target and bringing the gun where it needs to be. Okay? Remember how I said everything we do here doesn't have a direct tactical application? I recognize you're probably going to ever have 3 suspects on the street going, all right, ready, go, and you're going to go bang 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 bang. But there might be a time where you're thinking here and the suspect pops over here and you need to move the gun quickly to where that is. Or you do this, and remember the +1 rule, right? There's one gun, there's another. Does that apply to suspects? Sure, so we might be dealing with somebody and then something else comes out, we might need to move the gun quickly, right? But we need to see what it is first and then move the gun rather than follow in the gun because then we block a lot of our vision. We can't make as good decisions, right? So 2 on each target, 2, 2, 2. Okay, try to move the gun between targets quickly. Start down here this time. You don't have that 3-second timing, but
Coming to the end of the tactical carbine course here at LETC. Good times here in the canyon. Clouds moving in, wind picked up as you've seen throughout the day. I'm not sure how I'll edit this all together. I've been enjoying the instruction from Kyle Schmidt. Great instructor, he's got good techniques, a lot of which do come from the competitive tactical carbine world. He is a competitor, quite a good one, as you know. And as he mentions, you know, it's not gospel. It's something he's throwing out there for the officers. Hey, see if this works for you. And I think any reputable school will do that. So if you see that, don't say, hey, this is, you know, Nutnfancy doctrine. It's not. It's just a smart dude teaching from his experience of how you can improve your shooting. And so put it in your toolkit. There's stuff he's given me that I'm going to start instituting too, like making sure that stock is really pulled back into your shoulder, which I didn't do so good on my prone. Rapid fire is going good for me with the Rock River entry tactical. Lighten it up. But with OJ gone, I may or may not be able to put a lot on camera. And I'm going to spend some time filming these guys. And I can't really ask them to film because they're in the mindset of trying to put their rounds on target. It's very hard filming and staying in a tactical course. These guys are like, what, you're shooting now? You're filming now? Holding my own out here though, so far. It's Kyle working with one of the shooters. Battery's dying, so I gotta go get another one. This is a fun drill where you're doing lateral movement. 2 rounds in one target, 2 rounds in another, 2 rounds in another target. 6 rounds total as fast as you can. Really fun.
Are you looking through here and searching for the next target? That's actually loose. Check that out. If you have a chance, you need to tighten that thing up. It's never going to stay real active like that. But I want you to, these ones are really good, even though the EOTech ones are really good to be able to have a large field of view to see the next target earlier. But you'll shoot 1, 2, then you'll wait, and then you'll go back. Okay, do it again. Do it again. As soon as you fire that second shot on the target, start looking with this eye for the next target, and then snap your gun over to that. Okay, ready? Done. That's faster, that's better. Good, good. All right, here we go. Shooter ready. Stand by. Okay, same kind of principles apply with safety is before. Is now, here's something I forgot to mention, guys. So as I move my gun across from target to target, if I can, I still want to keep my hips lined up with the target. All right, I don't want to be in a position where I'm shooting over here, and then I come over here and I leave my hips over here, and now I got my body all contorted, and now I'm trying to shoot like this, it's all out of whack. What I want to do is try to turn my hips kind of like a turret. So when I step over to this target, everything's still on alignment. So I'm here, when I step over, now my body's still in alignment. It's easier for me to still recover the gun real fast. Otherwise, I get in some awkward position and now I'm starting to lean back, and it's taking me forever to fire the next shot. Okay? All right, do it again, but try to keep your hips lined up before you gun test. And bye. Right on. I can tell you're aiming for every shot. You're seeing those on every shot, right? Good. That's good. Here you go. Good. Bye.
Good shooting, brother.
Thank you.
Shooting
it's
now,
working good.
Once you shoot the first or second shot, you start out like this, then you start shooting like this. So basically, you have very little control of the gun. You're controlling the gun with 2 fingers. And it's basically here. I know you got all kinds of fancy shit on there. That's going to get real hot on the gas block and the barrel. But try to find some way to hold on to the gun instead of just kind of, this is cool for trying to rest the gun, but if you want to control the gun, you're going to need to hang on to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fingers.
Okay, figure it out. It's your gun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. You're definitely a double tapper guy, but I think you're seeing it. You're not firing super fast. Are you seeing the sight on every shot? I think you are. Good. The only thing I'd say is try to snap to the next target really fast. You're shooting really fast, but try to minimize the time between the targets now. Okay? Yeah, I don't know for sure where the hits are. You're just real harsh on the trigger, but as long as you're not moving the gun, which I can't tell, you're going to have to go up there and score because a bunch of other guys have. Okay. I'll let you get away with it. Were you shooting real good groups earlier? I think you were. Yeah. Okay. Well, almost anything. You safe? Okay.
We're sharing hits with your partners on the left and right for this drill.
I need you to tape everything lining up. Yeah. And then I need position. I want 4 on the left steel, 4 on the right steel, and 2 on each of the 3 middle targets. I don't care what position you shoot them from. You can stand, you can kneel, you can go prone. It's up to you. Okay? Then you can go right barricade or left barricade. It's up to you. From the left barricade, you're gonna have 4 rounds on the steel, 2 rounds on the left paper target. From the right barricade, 4 rounds on the steel, 2 rounds on the right paper target. Pretty simple. You can use the barricade like we talked about if you want. You just cannot go prone there. Okay? I kind of want you to use the barricade.
Always 4 on steel, always 2 on cartridge.
Correct. It makes it really easy. Anything in this primary scoring zone is just whatever time it takes you to shoot those shots. Anything in here is going to add a second, and anything out here is going to add 3 seconds. Okay? Usually I do like a quarter second, half a second, but it makes this thing go a lot faster when it's all whole numbers. Okay? So you guys got it? So you're going to start in the middle. 2 on the 3 middle papers, so it'll be 2, 4, 6, and 2 on the outside steels, which is another 4 and 4. That's another 8 rounds. So 6 and 8 is what? 14? So you shoot 14 rounds in the middle. You'll shoot 6 rounds from the left barricade, 6 rounds from the right. It's 4 on the steel, 2 on the paper. When you're on this side, you only have to shoot that steel, not both steel, right? Oh, I know what it was. Guys, if you come over here first and you run that way, if you're right-handed, if you muzzle everybody, you're done. So watch what's going on with your muzzle. If the wind takes the target and blows the barricade down the range, just go where it's at. I'm sorry, I can't control it. Everything's not going to be perfect, but the barricades are pretty light. When that person's done shooting, I'll read their time, go down there and check the hits. As I'm checking the hits, I expect you guys to be right behind me taping it up. Otherwise, it's going to take forever.
Just the last thing.
What'd you do with the tape?
All right, who wants to go first? Ooh, that's one of the ones we talked about. Awesome. Look. Okay, strip that mag out. Strip the mag out. You actually cleared the problem. Now you got to cycle. There you go. Shots in that steel, bud. Unload 132.20. Unsafe? Okay. All right, let's go score them up. So 1 second, 2 and 3 is 5 seconds.
All in.
side of it. I'll give you 2.
Can't see it.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't see that shit.
Because the target's black?
Looks black.
Okay, unload. 115.67. Okay. All right, let's tape. Somebody grab a can. Let's do a couple of those cans of spray paint. Go down and tape the target.
Looked like a big blur down there.
Nice run, brother.
Thank you.
Grab a couple of.
Crap happens. Here's some of it right here. Wrangling the camera gear, the guns, the magazines, still camera, especially with OJ gone, it's tough. And so in doing all that, I dropped this sucker right on the pavement. It wasn't loaded. Safe direction, so don't worry about that. And that's what happened. Check it. Smack that Leopold scope up. Nice. The zero's bye-bye. I know because I was running and gunning with it and hitting well right, so I just aborted that run. It's no use since it's so out of whack. I need to re-zero it. Hopefully the scope's not ruined. Good gear test, huh? Dropping a scope on the pavement. I've been filming these guys doing their run and gun action. Actually not really run and gun, just a carbine course that Kyle set up. I would like to run it though. Maybe I'll break out the SGL 31. Held in special reserve for just such an occasion. We'll see. The day's kind of winding down. I don't know if there's time for me to suit up with the SGL. Maybe I'll ask Kyle. We'll see. I kind of had my shot with this and it was embarrassing, like hitting well right. It's just like, why continue? The zero's gone. Oh well. Tactical carbine coming to an end. This is Pete. He ran the LETC, what was it called? The action steel portion?
Reactive steel.
Reactive steel.
What you took part in was the steel qualifications, where we were actually teaching them to shoot at their reflexive level. As you noticed when you were shooting 2 chest shots and a headshot, you didn't have an opportunity to fire a second headshot. The plate was gone. So we actually time it so that you are working at your maximum speed. What they went to after that was where each shooter had 3 targets at different distances and different angles. And that shooter then had to engage different targets as they came up, only shooting headshots. And we can run it as a training drill or as a qualification.
Ooh, love it. Maybe if we can find some time, we'll shoot with you again sometime.
Probably tomorrow.
All right, we'll see. I don't know if OJ's coming out with me, and if I'm single cameraman, we're dead in the water.
Okay, no problem. We'll make it work. One of the drawbacks with that training, just so you're aware of it, is the head plates we shoot go over on the first shot that hits them. So you teach somebody to shoot one shot and go on. On our range, we also have a pepper pop. We can tell tell it to stay up for X number of rounds.
Nice.
So we integrate that in. So one negative drawback to that, I mean, there's tremendous positive drawback from the training, but the negative drawback is if they hit the head plate, they move to the next target. So we have integrated into the 3 targets. We have a 4th target with a hit sensing pepper plate. When they hit that, I can tell it to stay up for 2, 3, or 4 hits to counteract the negative portion of 1 hit next target.
So yeah, so reinforcing what you're teaching them about multiple hits before progressing.
Right, because you have no way to teach multiple hits on a head plate that goes down the minute it's hit.
Yeah, they think they're there.
Right. This way we can interrupt that thought process and actually have them work where, yes, if I hit it, it goes down, but here's another target that it didn't go down. So they get both and it works out very nicely.
Nice. I liked what you were saying too, the follow through. You're emphasizing follow through, you're emphasizing not getting tunnel vision, and then ammo management, lull in the fighting, and use of cover. So
it all ties in, and the timing between shots and between strings allows them to do it right. We could speed up the program by encouraging them to do it wrong, not scan, not do these things.
Yeah.
So the important thing in writing these programs is not just the exposure time of the head plate or the target, but also how much downtime you have between them. And we also don't want that to be a standard downtime. In other words, the exercise you did, where you were shooting 2 chests and 1 head.
right.
If we had that where every 6 seconds it reappeared, you get into a rhythm.
You want it to be a little bit unpredictable.
We want it to be totally unpredictable.
Nice. Okay.
Consequently, otherwise it turns into a bullseye match. Right on the right, right on the left, right on the firing line, 3 seconds later, the round breaks.
Perfect.
Set it up in a way where it doesn't have that, and where they are actually going to have to respond to the action of the target, not an assumed it's going to appear now.
I like it. Well, if I shoot again with you, I'm going to do better in that stuff you're talking about, because we jumped in mid-course with you guys.
Did, and it's very hard to jump in. You did a great job for jumping in where you did.
Thank you, sir. And I'm going to do, because I like that, because you're going to shoot, fight how you train. I need to use cover better next time I shoot it.
No problem.
Pete, you rock. I'll see you at Pizza
Thanks.
Fest.
Okay.
You were a little low right. There you go. Got it.
Watch
Go
your
ahead and
muzzle
move.
as you go across.
Did he drop his gun too?
No.
Yeah, it blends in, doesn't it?
Can't see it.
That's where,
Try to get your other knee supported so you're not on your toe bobbling.
There you go. Good. Good. Money. Good job.
Now, unload. All right, we clear?
Clear.
233.08.
Coming to the end of the tactical carbine drill. Kyle's getting ready to do a master's run.
Right, everybody got ears?
Ears.
Oh, I need somebody to run that clock. You know how to do it. Oh, you don't have the ears. You know how to do it? Just say shooter ready, stand by, then give it a second or two, hit the green button, then don't do anything else. But you gotta kind of, you don't have to be super close to me with this, but kind of stay in that general area.
Shooter ready?
Nope, hang on a second. Turn this thing on. Okay.
Shooter ready? Stand by.
Count 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three, 4. Two, 3, 4. Sick.
Except for the reload and the getting into the position. Okay. What's that? 56, but we still gotta
That's your
count the
problem,
points
yeah.
downtime.
Thanks, brother.
Wolf ammo.
But the Mini loves it.
Does it really?
Yeah, Mini chugs that all day long. My AR was 100%. The reliability, it was just the optics. I dropped my scope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were all set. Now I know what you're doing. And my AR's running PMC anyhow, just to make sure. I generally don't run Wolf when it's important.
Yeah, Wolf, that's why I don't run Wolf. Just have nothing.
Yeah. There's Kyle's hits. Carbon course, nice and tight. We'd expect nothing less.
That would be 57.77. That's a lot of makeup shots though on that steel.
Do you prefer zero modification, Kyle?
Do I for what?
Doing this.
I like the variable power one. That's just all I had as a backup. I shot the 3-gun this weekend, although I didn't shoot very well. My scope broke in one of the stages, so I just had this as a backup.
I feel your pain, just like mine. Is that a Smith?
This?
The AR.
No, it's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff.
Okay, because guys are going to want to know. I love that TRX rail. That's my
I
favorite.
like it so far. I just got it not too long ago. It seems to be fine.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead, run
and what would be fun is if you were my cameraman.
Yeah, but I want to watch you shoot.
Okay.
So there's nobody else to run you.
Thanks for today.
All right, thank you, fellas. Let me get these guys out of here first. All right, fellas. Appreciate everything you guys did today. Hope you guys learned something. The last drill kind of incorporated, hopefully, a little bit of everything we did throughout the day. Hopefully, you guys realize that even just a little bit of time constraint adds a whole lot of stress. So if you guys can continue to work stuff like this and kind of add just a little bit of stress, not necessarily heart rate. It's not necessarily running up and down the range, getting a real big heart rate. It's more of the stress involved in beating the clock and having all your buddies watch you and then kind of comparing your times. Right? You guys learn anything? You guys have fun?
Yeah.
Right on. All right, thank you.
Thanks for being in the Nutnfancy project, guys. Nice shooting.
Course is pretty much ended. I'm going to just go ahead and do a fun run with Kyle watching me with a Mini 14 Tactical. Mini 14 against the world. The only mod I wish I had, knowing the course of fire now, bipod attachment right here. Just throwing a stud on it. I may do that in the future. I may or may not have said this previously. Kyle had a good point. When you go prone, just don't look for up and down stability. Pull the gun into the shoulder. I'm going to try to do a better job with that. And then we'll see. Again, the course of fire is 2s, pairs on the middle paper targets, transitioning to 4 hits on the steel in the corners of the berm. And then from that, you go to barricade, you'll go 2 paper, 4 hits on steel. That's the course of fire. Kyle set the bar high. There's no way I could compete with him. He's 57 seconds, I think. And like I always do, I'd rather be a little bit slower and hit what I'm shooting at. So I'll probably go with that. So I'm hopefully going to get a little bit better accuracy.
Drop the mag. I see it.
Or drop my gun.
Or drop your gun.
I'll try. No promises, Kyle.
All right.
I will not promise.
I expect a good run here.
You're going to get a good run.
All right, here we go. Shooter ready.
Ready?
Stand by.
Not fast, but good.
Okay. How about both? That's what I strive for, is accuracy
I'll
and
try.
speed. All right.
I'll try.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. Hit. Hit. 4. Other steel. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Here, it fell out. Right here. Where'd it go? Duh. Go up to the next position. Support here on this side. Switch the rifle over to support side, like everybody else. Which side? Support side. Left-handed for you.
I missed that part.
Yeah. 1, 2. Second target right there, yep. Alright, unload. Yeah, we had you guys going over here reverse kneeling on both sides, remember? That's why we had to do it.
I missed it.
Yeah. Good.
Good.
All right, time was 75:60. Not bad, that's a good run. I'm gonna start moving these out of the way while you guys go look for this. Second degree second.
All right, I missed one there, so that's -2. Actually, +2 seconds. -none on that. -none on that. -none on that. 75 seconds for the Mini 14. I had a bobble in there somewhere. It's life. Fight through it. I was so busy filming the other guys. Honestly, I didn't even hear half the instruction. I'm just showing up and shooting the course. But apparently that was offhand. In other words, support side on that one barricade. So, thanks, boss.
Turn that in. Just stick it in the back there somewhere for me. I appreciate it.
Yep. How about that one paper bad guy down there?
I just brought these in because they were halfway down. The guys can hang up their targets easy in the morning.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so that's only 1 point.
Okay, and I had another like
You had
that.
another like that. That's 2 seconds total.
Okay.
So your clock time was 75:60
Okay, cool.
plus 2 seconds on top of that, 78:60. That's a really good run.
Thank you, boss.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks for hosting. That was great instruction.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's Dave from Action Targets and Kyle talking about the day, how it went down. Tactical carbine course is over. We've spent several hours here. OJ had to bail to other time commitments, and that left me alone for filming, which kind of sucked. It always does. It's a lot to ask one of these officers in attendance or the military dudes in attendance, hey, can you run the camera, and then try to teach them how to do a camera. They're focused on trying to make their rounds count. And so I did it a little bit, but not much, because it's too much of a distraction for them. And it's tough. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Being a participant / shooter, tough. I mean, we pretty much missed all the instructive portions of the class. We would jump like mid-class into the final section, the qual section, and that's when OJ and I started shooting. I'm pretty happy with how we shot. I thought we did good. You know, there's a couple things I would change, like my prone shooting to start off with the Mini 14 sucked. And remember, I'm picky. I want it to be like a 2-inch group at 100 yards, under stress, timed. Anyways, and a lot of it is a stock, how it fits me in prone. I really need to throw a bipod on it. Sorry, I hit the record button. What I was telling you about is they handpick their instructors out here at LETC because they're very particular on the personalities they bring out. Because I don't know if you know it, but within the tactical community there is, believe it or not, some egos out there that make such an event kind of unfun, kind of not fun to go to. And your officers in attendance just say, you know, I'm not going to that next year. I was made to feel stupid. I was made to feel dumb. And so guys don't come out. And so they pick these instructors for their instructional style, for their personality, for their way laid back style. And that's, I mean, we interfaced with about 2 or 3 in depth, like Kyle, and I was very impressed. And I've interfaced with some of these guys, not specific guys, but these types of instructors before, so I have a little bit to bounce it off of. But great job on that, LETC. Great job, and thank you so much for having Nutnfancy project out. OJ and I had a great time. I'll see if we can make it out again tomorrow, maybe next year, 2011, LETC. My civilian guys will go, man, is there a way that I can go to that shoot? I'm sorry, for LETC, no. It's closed off to military and law enforcement only. That's just what they're doing, okay? So I apologize for that. They may gin up a civilian course, though, and it may be shot right here. If you are interested in that, then perhaps you should contact our friends at Action Target and tell them. And they do hear from you. You guys open doors. I mean, they love hearing from the TMPers. They think the world of you TMPers. I don't know if you remember hearing Jared at the introduction. He loves you guys though, and he appreciates the feedback that he gets from TMPers around the world. The Action product, or the Action Target product, rocks. You're going to see it lots and lots more in the Nutnfancy project. That's just because I just don't find anything that compares to it yet. There's some other good products out there too. I'm not saying that, but we're so satisfied with AT. It's kind of where it stands right now. Oh, check this out. You guys are gonna dig this. Total war wound. Look at this. Sick. The one run that I take my gloves off, I think I cut that on that barricade, that green barricade there when I was doing the mini run. I'm not sure exactly because I was too focused on the shoot. Sliced it open. So the good news is I have my level 1 first aid kit with me. You would expect nothing else, right? Absolutely. There you go. Check it. There it is. So I'm going to dress the wound. Hopefully I don't need stitches. I don't think so. Got a little blood on the clothing and on the tack vest. That just looks sick. That's cool. All right, wrapping it up. Like I said, OJ split, had some family commitments. Thanks for coming out, OJ. Officer Jared. We're having a good time together, and I appreciate the support. And thanks again to LETC. I might have multiple parts to this. I just don't know. You guys will say, why don't you know Nutnfancy you can go? Because you guys, if you knew my schedule and everything I jam into my schedule, you would understand. It's just freakish. I mean, I basically landed from a sortie at midnight last night. I was packing gear for the shoot till 4 a.m. And then we're here at 11 a.m. Do the math. It's nuts. So, and I have other, work commitments I have to work through. So, here we go. Let's see. That's whatever it is. Part 1, part 2, part 50. I don't know. See you guys.
If they're doing well, we're going to say
Pays to be on the left side.
Whoa, what the hell is that thing?
You did it.
I know. I
Back
saw
change.
that. Isn't that hilarious?
Cheater leaders, right?
Good to have tactical options, right?
awesome job, man. Strong easy goer.
A little bit of stress.
Turn in the ready position. Go! There we go.
Good time. Shooting steel. Hey!